Before we get into this YouTube video, I want to say something about my channel. I'm not your average YouTube videographer. I'm much lower than your average. Just wanted to make that clear. Carry on. One last trip up here on Lake Superior. Got up here a little bit late, but I'm up here anyway. So we'll see how tonight goes. And set up here with my sled, my poles, and my shack. We're gonna go out and see if we can catch some burbot tonight. See what tomorrow brings. Leaving the city behind, heading out for the deeper water. Actually, it's not very deep, just going out a couple miles. So we'll see what we can find out here. A couple of people set in here pretty close here, but I'm heading out quite a ways. It's way too freaking deep ice.
Huh?
It's way too freaking deep, the ice. Did not hit bottom yet. Pulled up this little splake here. See all these marks? Looks like he was getting a little chewed by something bigger than him, and luckily he escaped. Or he was in a net. Either way, he's got a lot of marks on him. Back in he goes. These seagulls are loving the burbot guts. They're waiting for these piles right there. And how there's a lot of water underneath that. When you break through, it's about a foot of water. And here I have the anchor for my shack tie. And I had to shovel through that crust and get down in to get to good ice. And it's down in the water, so I had to anchor this down in the water down there. And it got a little cold last night, but it worked. And it froze in a little bit, but then it warmed up today and melted back out again. So just part of fishing. You do what you gotta do. Are slimy. So that's my 28-inch flaker there, and 28-inch burb there. I gutted the burbs just because I hate the guts at home. So I got the laker here, and splake here, another splake. Got another 15-20 minutes. Maybe I'll add to it. Yeah, if you don't know who Caleb is, he's my fishing buddy. Very good fisherman. And he's got a YouTube channel and Instagram that you should follow. I believe his Instagram is Hooked Up WI. So check that out. He's got a lot of great content, a lot of things you can learn from him as well. And then his YouTube link is on his Instagram as well, so definitely give that a check. And if you like fishing, it's definitely worth following him. I was gutting an eel pout, found this in its stomach and fish line on it, so I'm gonna assume that is a coated fish hook. It's been in there for a while and it's starting to grow around the fish hook, so I'm gonna peel everything off and see what we got here. This fish line, you can see that, so pretty sure thing that that's a fish hook. It's been in this eel pout for a while. It's like a 28-inch eel pout. Let's see what's in there. And there it is. I think it was growing right around that hook in there. Who knows how long it was in that belly. Someone lost it and someone caught it. It will never be caught again. And the old girl took me through another winter of sledding. It's an old thing, but it runs great. It's my 2006 Arctic Cat 4-stroke 660. It's in really good shape. From my understanding, it's only ever ice fished, and doesn't look like it was trail ridden either, but that's all I ever use it for, as well as ice fishing. This is my messy camp. Just started tearing down camp. There's a few of the fish we caught. Not all of them are here, but most of them. It was a good day. Another great year on Lake Superior. You never know what you're gonna get, other than it's guaranteed you're gonna get frustrated sometimes. So you might not catch fish, but you will catch frustration out here. Such an awesome day. It's probably 40 degrees right now, 43. And I'm surprised there's not more people. Many years it's just like a city out here on days like today, but there's a lot of slush. Let me show you. So I just took a shovel and did this hole here for cleaning fish. And I'm upside down, but that's how much water is underneath that crust. It's probably a foot of water if you break through that crust until you hit 2.5 feet of junky ice. And that's my camp. Breaking it down. I caught a few in here, right there, just setting up dead stick just like that with a smelt on the bottom. Caught a 28-inch burbot, and about a 20-inch right there in my bed. Took the heater out and everything, but that's how I roll when I go out at night fishing. I wanted to say thanks to Polar Bird 4T here on these shacks. I bought this 7 years ago and I'm still using it, and it still works just like new. It's not very good for jigging in if you're trying to look outside, because these were made to strictly fish inside, because where these are made, it's too freaking cold to fish outside, so they don't really use windows. But they have a really nice floor in them. If you're camping overnight, these are great to keep you off the cold snow. They're just built very well. They got a lot of natural light inside with the way they're made. So if you think you're gonna have one and you're gonna try to sight fish with it, nah, forget it, because there's way too much light inside there. I'm the only one who I've ever seen have one of these out here. And that's not that great if you're trying to hide either, because anybody can see where I'm at on the lake. But these are a great shack. More than likely I'm going to be graduating to a clam shack next year, but I'll pass this on to one of my buddies more than likely and let him get more years of use out of it. I'm going to get one with more windows in it, but this has been a great one for me. Got milk? Nope. Got blood? You betcha. These gulls know exactly when camp is getting packed up. They come flocking in, ready to go after all the discarded minnows, any fish guts. Way over there on the ice is an eagle, waiting for his turn, hoping there's some leftovers. You just can't beat it out here. I'm gonna show you these seagulls. There's a whole bunch of them just waiting for me to dump these minnows. I'm gonna dump these minnows and I'm gonna back off and watch them come flying in for these minnows. And here they come. They know exactly when camp is packing up. Doesn't take them long to clean it up. It's almost like, you know, Florida. It's white, and they're seagulls. It's warm, but not that warm. So this concludes my 2023 ice season on Lake Superior. It's been frustrating, but it's also been good at the same time. I learn a lot of new things, and you might not always catch fish, but you are going to catch some frustration at times. It's just the way Lake Superior is. The last day here though, we lucked out and we had a great day, and here's a few of the fish we ended up with. Not sure if you can see all of them, kind of doing this upside down. I don't have all the fancy cameras like some people do. I just got my cell phone and my crazy selfie stick. And thanks to Caleb Wisted, and you really ought to follow him on Instagram at hookedupwi, and on there he also has a link to his YouTube. If you like fishing, definitely give him a follow. He's got a lot of content. The kid knows what he's doing. I call him the kid. He's 10 years younger than I am. I think he's 10 years younger than I am, but he's like 100 years older in fishing years. He's really good, and it's fun to fish with him, and I don't fish with him a lot, but when I do, we usually catch fish. And we came out overnight last night, and we came for burbot, and we got burbot. And then mixed in with that, we got splake, one laker, he got a few perch. So if you want to see more of this trip, just give him a follow. He will be posting more video of this trip here, and a lot better video than I've got. So give him a follow if you want to see more of this trip. It's been a beautiful day and another good year. Frustrating year, but every year is good on the ice. Catch you next year.